I was just gonna show up and go. My presence is enough. My presence is enough, fool. What it do, what it do, what it do. Ooh, it's your girl Brielle LaBelle, and today I am coming with another story time. Yay! I am super kind of embarrassed for this one, but I'm just gonna go ahead and tell it because it is interesting. If you like tea and you like stories and you like me, keep on watching and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Let's get right into this video. You feeling my hair today? So to give us a little starter to this video, we're gonna name the individual, we're gonna name him Peter, because I don't know nobody named Peter. Me and Peter had met at church. The church that we went to was like absolutely prohibited from dating. Nobody could talk to each other really. You really had to do that stuff on the low. And he had just came to Canada, so he was fresh off the boat, you know what I'm saying? When I'd seen him at church, I didn't think anything different of him. He's just another brother. He was a nice guy. Like, I speak English mostly, but I can understand French, and he spoke French as like his primary language. I used to have a friend who was dating Peter's brother. This friend has been trying to hook me and Peter up for a minute. It would be a double date. So her and her boyfriend and me and Peter. One day he comes after service and comes and sits beside me. Obviously I'm polite, so I'm like,
"Hey Peter, how are you? I like your tie or whatever. Nice church shoes. Service was good, eh? Praise the Lord. Hallelujah."
So that's kind of how our conversations went. And like I said, English wasn't like his main language. He did know some English or understood majority of it, but it was a little bit hard. Like, that language barrier was really there. Now moving on, like fast forwarding a couple months later, he started calling me. I gave him my number at some point. A lot of the people at the church had each other's numbers for different things. They would just call each other and it's not a big deal. So he'd call me, he'd be like,
"Hello Gabby.
Hi, Peter.
How are you?"
Good, you?
"That's good."
Yeah.
"Okay, bye."
Bye.
literally how the conversations went, like ongoing. I'm not gonna not answer the phone call just because, you know, Peter didn't know English. Is that his fault? So Peter one day, he asks me on a date. He was asking me out for a minute. Like, 1 week he'd call me, 2 weeks he'd call me, 3. Like, it was going. It might have been like 2 months of him kind of asking. Child, I need to get some water. My mouth is dry. So at this point, I'm saying yes to the date just to kind of get him off my chest. I didn't know what to expect. I just thought it'd be a regular date. He told me to choose the location. So I didn't pick something like super high end. I chose some place that I already went to. I don't know. I just know the area, the atmosphere, what I want to eat, what I like to drink, everything like that. We're supposed to go out on a Saturday. So I kind of forgot about it throughout the week. The night before, so Friday night, we spoke for a little bit, and he was telling me, I'm looking forward to seeing you the next day. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'll see you there. We were supposed to meet up Saturday. I know it was during the daytime. Say it was 1 p.m. So that was the time we were supposed to meet. Mind you, where I live, it's like super kind of far. I don't even know why I chose such a far location. I just wanted to eat because that was like one of my favorite places back in the day. I chose some place like on the east end of Ottawa. Back then there was no train or nothing. So it would take me about like 2 hours to take the bus. So I went to bed late. I didn't know what I was going to wear on Saturday. I didn't know what I was going to do with my hair. I was just going to show up and go. My presence is enough. My presence is enough, fool. I'm super exhausted. I don't want to be there. But let me just go. I'm going to bed 3 in the morning, and I actually forgot to set up my alarm clock. I was tired. I was exhausted, and my body is already set. Boom, internal clock is literally set up for 1 p.m. And that's the same time that I'm supposed to meet him. So when I wake up, it's 1 o'clock p.m. I'm like, ugh! What time is it? So as you can see, different ambiance, different setting, different outfit, makeup, hair, everything. My footage accidentally deleted. So I'm just gonna finish off the rest of the story. Now here I am in my bedroom taking on and off and on and off different outfits, trying to just impress this little boy. Just to give you guys like a little bit of description, same skin tone, mustache. He was probably a little bit shorter than me, normal, regular physique. That's pretty much all that I can say. So around this time it's like 2:15 and maybe I'm in the bus for like 45 minutes. My phone is buzzing back to back to back. At this point, I'm answering his text on my way. I was in traffic. His deer died in the middle of the road. I was coming up with everything and anything at this point. This guy was not believing it. He tells me to call him. That's when I get real scared. At this point, Peter is just kind of calmly being upset over the phone. I didn't really take in his energy at the time because I'm like, oh, he's super calm. Like, he probably got there late too. So I got there between 3:15 to 3:30. I am hella late. At this bus station, he's just sitting on the bench. The bench is right in front of the area where the bus drops off people. He is just sitting there, legs all crossed, like, had this like little snooty look on his face, and he was not having it at all. He was pissed. I should have ran at that point. Why are you mad, sir? Why are you mad? The moment that he sees me, I say, hey, Peter, you look good or whatever. How are you? Really super sorry that I was late. He tells me,
Gabi, like, why did you do that? Like, why are you so late? It's been 2 hours and a half. I've been sitting here 2 hours and a half. Where were you? What were you doing? Didn't you remember that we had a date?
I can just say nothing. We walked through the front door of the restaurant, and then we have our seat. We are sitting, it wasn't even a table, it was more like a booth. So he's sitting on one side, I'm sitting on the other, and we're still not talking. He still has this really angry look on his face. He gets a phone call from like one of his friends. This man is loud. On the phone, having a full-blown conversation right in front of me. Lasted at least like 10 to 15 minutes. They're just cackling like like I don't even know what he was saying because he wasn't speaking English. I was just feeling really uncomfortable. I already made up my mind. This man has no chance with me. I'm just trying to eat and watch Netflix. After he's done kikiing over the phone, I get up and I grab all my things, go to the washroom. The friend that was trying to like set up me and Peter, we're gonna name her Jotika. So I'm on the phone crying with my friend in the bathroom, and it's just out of anger, not sadness. So we hang up the phone, walk back to to our table. This guy's like,
why were you taking so long in the washroom?
Literally, that's what I did. I just took a deep breath and then just sat down. Waiter comes back, says, are you guys ready? I tell the waiter that I'm ready. Peter doesn't speak. We go through the menu. The waiter leaves, gets our meals prepared. Now I am sitting in silence yet again with Mr. Peter. Peter then decides to talk. Peter speaks. Peter was not. You know Martha speaks. Like, you know the kid show. His first words to me was, why were you late? Like, he was asking me again, like, why was I late? Tried to explain it. Then over time, I just stopped trying to talk. Because I already told you once, twice, we can't undo what was done. I'm here now, enjoy the moment. And he's still telling me that he's mad at me, he's not really trying to talk. And so I'm sitting down watching my phone. I'm watching Netflix, baby. And I have both of my headphones in. So both of my headphones are in at this point, watching Netflix, not paying this man any mind. You don't deserve my time and attention with the way that you're treating me, sir. No, and not here, baby. He decides to try to pull my headphones out. I'm like, Peter, what are you doing? So I put back my headphones in. He gets a fork and he starts trying to poke me he's just being a pest. Then when our food finally did arrive, I had this sandwich burger type of thing, and it had a big toothpick in the middle. He took the toothpick out of my food and started poking me again. What do you want? You're disturbing me and Black Lightning. Peter at this point is like,
oh, I'm trying to talk to you. I brought you on this nice date so we can talk, get to know each other.
I'm just not entertaining anything that he said. I'm checked out in my head, and he's just being a weirdo. At this point, I asked for A to go play. To me, an hour ago is the past. Let it go, my guy. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. At this point, the mood is killed. The vibe is killed. I gotta go. He's just kind of like staring at me in shock. I'm just wondering how the whole date would have went if I had actually been on time. I wonder how the outcome would have been, but could have, would have, should have, we will never know. Now the bill. So the waiter comes back and he says, how would you like to pay? Do you want one bill or two bills? This guy says, I'm not paying for this. No, 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 baby. Not I. He ended up taking the bill. I just slid it on to where Peter was sitting. Like, so I'm like,
Peter, can you like pay my bill?
It's not that I was unable to pay. I didn't want to pay. I didn't want to be on the date. I didn't want to be there anymore. I didn't want to talk to him no more. I don't know why he just didn't say one bill. He makes the payment. I thank him and we walk out the door. It was like, oh, do you want to take a selfie together? And I'm just kind of like, what? Like, why would you want to take a selfie with me? You made it seem like I ruined your entire month. We're crossing as it's red light, and the car facing the red light direction happens to be a group of people that we know from church. The same church that we're not supposed to be dating. They're like, hey, Peter, Gabby, 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 Gabby. Not here. Abort, abort. I was just not even like listening to them, kept walking, head was down, and at that point I was gone. The next day at church was weird. I'm sure at that point he knew the vibe. Don't call no more. Don't text me no more. It's not gonna work out. We still remained like acquaintances. There's no bad blood, no beef, nothing. Everything's goody in the hoodie, and that concludes the story. The only person I was like really disappointed was my friend Jotika. She was really hoping that we hit it in the ballpark so that we can all go on a double date. That was never gonna happen ever in my life, ever in my life, ever in my life. But I want at the end of every one of my stories to have a lesson for you babes out there, guys and girls both watching. So to the guys, if I can just sprinkle a little bit of wisdom, don't invite no girl out if you are broke. If you are not planning to pay for her, don't even invite her out. You are wasting both of your time. Another one, a girl comes extremely late to the date, please respect yourself and just leave. Like, don't be waiting on nobody. You don't deserve that. That's funny that I'm giving the advice, but that's what I would give to my little brothers. And to my sisters out there, or to the younger version of myself, I would say first advice would be, if you really don't want to go somewhere, don't go. Just don't go. Stay your mind at home, period. Because it is so much better, so much more at peace, and you don't have to do all the extra rah-rah. And another advice would be, if you do say yes to someone that you kind of sort of don't really want to go out with, understandable, please be honest with yourself and cancel. There's no shame in breaking that commitment. You're not married. He's not your man. Why should he be mad? You are not obligated to say yes to anybody at all. Another advice, be considerate. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And that is pretty much all. So if you really like this story, you are going to enjoy the part 2 of this series. How I ended up dating his brother. And that is going to be another story for another time. But in order for you to go ahead and watch that, I would really appreciate it if you just like this video, subscribed, and if you want, leave a comment down below. But yeah, until next time, boo-boo, God bless you and your mama too. And I will see you on my next video. Peace.